Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna look at First Times by Ed Sheeran from his new album, which is Equal. And I have likely covered most of the songs from his album. Check out my playlist and let me know how are the lessons. I always try to bring the best guitar tutorials on YouTube. So as always, this one is too accurate. I try to match up everything with the song. So make sure you guys subscribe and just give me one of these. It actually helps me really a lot. So we got the capo on fret 1. So capo on the first fret. I promise to show you everything with ease, make it easy, and it's gonna be taking very less time. So capo on fret 1. Let's get started. We mainly have finger picking throughout the whole song, and now let's quickly talk about the right hand before I show you the tabs. Now I'm using my thumb to hit the root notes of every chord. The root notes are basically the lowest note from which the name of the chord always comes. So the thumb is doing the job for hitting the E, A, and the D string. These are the three strings where the bass note of the chords are located. Then you got your index for the G string, middle finger is plucked by the B string. The B string is plucked by the middle finger, and the ring finger plucks the high E string. That's how it goes. Pinky, you can just rest it over here or you can just leave it. Doesn't matter. So we can have a look at the intro. It goes like this. So it's a G major chord. What I have is my middle finger placed on third fret of the top E string and rest all open. Now it's all about you mastering the pattern. You see, it actually follows the same pattern throughout the whole song. No matter what chord we move on, what shape we change, but it's gonna be the exact same pattern for every chord shape almost. So make sure you practice the intro, learn the pattern, keep that rhythm in mind. You're gonna see that it's gonna be getting a lot more easier once you get incorporated with that. So we have. As you guys can see in the tab, what I'm doing is I'm plucking the E string, then I pluck the G string, then again I pluck the G string, then I hit the E string, then open G string again. That's it. So we got repeat, repeat. So pause the video, practice for a minute or two. It's really easy. So we just have. Let's move on to the verse. Now over here again we are using the same pattern, the secret pattern which we have. We're just using that, but we're just now changing on to different chords too. We are changing the bass note. So the first chord will be that normal G which we just played right now. So E, G, G, E, G. After that you play open A string and open G string, and the pattern will be exactly same. Only the string changes from E to A. So it will be now A, G, G, A, G, right? And then we go to an E minor chord. So that was the A major what we played right now. A minor, sorry. Then you move on to E minor. So you don't have to hold the full chord shape. You can just play open E, G, G, then E, G. You can see my left hand is moving like this. I'm not even touching the guitar. So it's so easy, right? So we got third fret on the E string, that's a G. Then you go to A, then you go to E minor and repeat that 2 times. The pattern is same. Now this is the verse 1. This is the verse 1 part 1. Verse 1 part 1, because there's a reason why I'm saying that. You play this 3 times. So we got second time, third time, for the fourth time, you do one small change. What you do is you move on to third fret on the A string, that's a C major. You hit that, then you hit the G string twice, like you did before, same pattern, A, G. Then you play fifth fret on the E string, then you play open G. Then you put your pinky on the 9th fret of, the 7th fret of the D string and you hit that once. Then you hit A5. Now this part, the pattern actually gets dismissed. It's a bit different over here. So, and now you bring the shape 2 frets up. So now it's 7 on A, 9 on D with the same fingers, middle and pinky. That's how I'm doing. Now, this is ideally a 8th fret, but since we have the capo on fret 1, everything I'm saying right now is relative capo on fret 1. So we got, sorry, play 7 on A, 9 on D, open G, then you play D, A, D, A. You see that? D, A, D, A. And that's the verse 1, part 1. The part 2 will be pretty same, but there's a small, very small variation which I'm going to show you. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that sounds nice. Now verse 1, part 2 will be exactly same. You repeat the same thing 3 times, like you played G, then you played A minor, then you played E minor, E minor. Play that 3 times like you did before, and then you finally move on to the C chord, which we played right now. You play A, you played open G, then again open G, then A G, same way. And now you bring 5th fret on the A string, you hit that once, then open G, then 7 on D, 5 on A. So till now the pattern is remaining the same, but after this we have the change. So we got, and now you bring this shape all the way down over here like you did before, but we won't be doing the exact same pattern which you did previously. We're now going to be playing the A string 7, open G, then D 9, A7, D9, A7, open G, D9, A7. So this last bar sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Now this is the verse 1, part 2. Only difference is in the last bar. Play G, A minor, E minor, E minor, G, A minor, E minor, E minor, G, A minor, E minor, E minor. Then you play. Then we have the variation. Right? So this was the verse, and we do have the chorus after this. And let me just show you the chorus too. Just a minute. So I hope things are clear. This was actually the chorus. This was actually the verse you learned right now. Verse 1, part 1, part 2 is done. So you played G, E minor, G, A minor, E minor, E minor 3 times. Then you played the next time again you repeat that, but the last time you just do some extra notes out there. That's the verse, and you move on to the chorus. So you start with the G chord, you do the exact same pattern once. Go to A chord, do the pattern once. Go to E minor, do the pattern once. Now we are not repeating the E minor chord 2 times like we did before, but instead we are moving on to C major chord and playing the pattern once. C major means 3rd fret on A, A minor means open A, E minor means open E, G major means 3rd fret on E. So we got A minor, C major. 2 more times, so total 3 times. E minor, C, G, A minor, E minor, C. Once you finish up with that, the 4th time you play the same pattern. Again A minor and C major. So now you move on to the C major, not onto an E minor, C major. And then you just play open D. That's it. So the last part, the 4th line sounds like this. So you played G, then you played E minor. If I said A minor before, I was wrong. I'm super sorry. Follow the tab. You can even do a slide from 3 to 5 on the A string, or you can plug the D string open. One more time. Alright, so that was a chorus, and I like to show you the verse 2, which is pretty same, but we got some different pattern again over here, some different, the same pattern, but we got some different progression over here. So the verse 2 starts off like this. We plug the G major chord once, then A minor, then E minor, again E minor. The next time again you play G, then you play A minor, then you play E minor, and then you play C major. So this is fairly very easy. What we do is, instead of just playing G, A minor, E minor, E minor, the second line we play G, A minor, E minor, C, which is happening a lot of time, which it also did right now for the chorus. We have so this was pretty much the verse 2, and after you finish off playing this one, we have the next line of the verse, which will be again same of what we did for the verse 1. So you played this thing, you played G, you played A minor, you played E minor, you played E minor, right? Go to G back, then A minor, E minor, and C major. Next line again G major, yes, next line again G, then again A minor, then E minor, again E minor. So we play that 3 times, and then you go to C major chord, you play the pattern once, bring it over here, 5 on A, open G, D7, 5 on A, and then you just do the pattern which you did for the verse 1 part 2. If you can't remember, have a look at the tab which is in front of you, the last bar. So we have one more time. So this was the verse 2, which is half the length of the previous verse 1, but it's kind of mixed of the verse 1's part 1 and part 2. Never mind, that was it for the verse 2. By the way, then we have the next chorus, and after that we got the bridge, and over here we have some different stuff going on. Have a look at the tab. We are changing the pattern somewhere for some chords. So C major, you play 3, then you play open G, then third fret on A, then you play third fret on A, open G, then you play fourth fret on A, then you go to fifth fret on A, open G, 7 on D with the pinky, 5 on AA, open G, D7, 5 on A. So this line was oops. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you play 7 on A. So right now you have 7th fret on A string. What you do is repeat the same pattern which we were doing till now. 7 A G G A G. We got 7 open, 7 open. Again you play 7, then open G, then you play 9 on D, then 7 on A. I know it's a bit tricky in this part. You have to memorize a lot of stuff. So we got then the next line which we have third fret on E string, open G, third fret on E, open G. Same pattern. Again you play third fret on E, open G, and then you play second fret on E string, open G, then you play third fret on E string, repeat the same pattern, which is the C major chord. Then again you repeat the same pattern. Then you play 5 on A, open G, 5 on A, open G, 5 on A, and that's the bridge. So it was a long line which we had, long tab notation. So we got, I'm playing it very slowly. Guys, have a look at the tab. Sorry, I was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it, that's the whole song. We learned the verse 1, part 1, part 2. Verse 2, which is basically half the length of the verse 1, but it's a mixture of part 1 and part 2. Then we have the chorus, which goes same for both the parts, part 1 as well as, chorus 1 and the second chorus, same thing. And we learned the bridge, which is the unique bridge which we have for the song, and we got the intro. And there you have the song, a very in-depth lesson. It took me a lot of time, so make sure you just subscribe, and bye.